Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a really fascinating piece of forgotten history. We're talking about an echo from a time when live performance was everything. So join me as we uncover the story of Batavia, New York's lost opera house. But let's start with a question, just to get you thinking. What if the main cultural hub in your town, the place where everybody went for shows, for news, for that sense of community, what if it just faded away? To the point where it was almost completely forgotten. What would that even mean? Well, that's pretty much the mystery we're getting into today. It's been called a captivating lost secret from Genesee County's past, and it's all about this once grand stage right in Batavia. So let's dive in. To really get to the bottom of this lost secret, we have to rewind the clock a little. Our story starts way before movie theaters, long before streaming services, back in an era where the real pulse of a town could be found on a stage. And you've got to understand, this wasn't just a place to go, it was the place. The Opera House was the absolute, vibrant, beating heart of Batavia. It was the central hub for, well, pretty much all culture and community life. Now, to really get what this place was all about, we need to realize it was so much more than just opera. We kind of have to adjust our modern idea of an opera house, because back in the day, that name really didn't tell the whole story. You see, in 19th century America, an opera house wasn't just for, high society opera performances. Not at all. These were these majestic, multi-purpose cultural centers. They were the true community gathering spots for towns all across the country. And these stages were the ultimate multitaskers. They weren't limited to just one thing. One night, you might get a serious, dramatic play, and the very next, hilarious comedy. You could go see a musical concert, listen to some big-shot speaker, or even show up for a political rally. It was basically the town square, just with a roof and a curtain. So, with all that in mind, let's bring it back to Batavia itself. What did this place, this heartbeat of the town, truly mean for the people who actually lived there? The source material we're looking at just describes it perfectly as a beacon of sophistication and social life. Think about that. It wasn't just about putting on a show. It was a symbol of the town's ambition. Having a great opera house meant your town was on the map, culturally speaking. It really was a beacon. And this right here gets to the core of the whole lost secret. The mystery isn't just that the building is gone, it's that the stories vanished with it. Who were the stars, local or traveling, who performed there? What were the big triumphs? What about the behind-the-scenes disasters? These are the moments that have just faded away. And here's maybe the most important part, its role as this great unifier. This wasn't some stuffy place just for the wealthy. No way. It was common ground where the whole community could share an experience, whether it was laughter or drama or a heated debate. The Opera House was like a mirror, reflecting the town back to itself. But, of course, eventually the music did stop. And this leads us to the big, inevitable question. If this place was so vital, so central to the town's identity, why did it just go away? The answer wasn't some dramatic fire or a big scandal. It was something much, much bigger. A massive shift in technology and culture. The rise of motion pictures, the cinema, changed everything. For the very first time, entertainment could be recorded and played over and over on a mass scale. It was new, it was exciting, and it was often cheaper than a live show. This new screen, with its repeatable magic, just started to replace the old stage. And look, what happened in Batavia wasn't some unique tragedy. This was a story playing out all over the country. As the novelty and the ease of the cinema just exploded, attendance at the old opera house started to drop off. It didn't vanish in a flash, but it just sort of faded into the background of local memory, its whole purpose replaced by this new kind of entertainment. So you might be wondering, why do these echoes even matter? The building is gone, the era is long over. Why should we care about digging up this story today? Because rediscovering the Opera House is about so much more than just dusty old history. It's really about understanding the cultural DNA of a town. It's like finding an old program from a show that closed 100 years ago. It reveals this incredible, hidden chapter of its life and its connection to the arts. And there's a final quote from the source that just hits the nail on the head. These weren't just buildings. They were places where dreams were performed and collective memories were forged. The shows might be over, but the impact of that shared space, that still lingers. And that really leaves us with one final thought. Batavia's story, it's not one of a kind. Almost every town has these forgotten cultural centers, these lost stages. So it really makes you wonder, what forgotten stages are just waiting to be rediscovered in your town, ready for someone to finally pull back the curtain one more time?